Main topic: being depressed of feeling disappointed by your mother and getting bullied. In 2019, there was this girl who was suffering from depression due to her mother putting her down every day. She is also being bullied for having rumors about her.
What did I do wrong this time?
You were disappointment, Emily. I should have aborted you. You were the reason why my husband left in the first place.
As Emily starts tearing up, she runs to her room crying and plops on her bed. Many thoughts come to her mind, wondering why her mother was so harsh towards her. Next day at school, Emily walked into the school. The moment she went into her classroom, people started to whisper. They whispered things like,
"The slut arrived. Disgusting whore."
She sat on her desk and just ignored the comments about her. After class ended, she began walking to her other class when all of a sudden she gets pushed against the lockers.
"Get out of my way, you pig."
As the girl walked away, Emily got up and just pretended as if nothing ever happened. Emily's day passed by quickly and she immediately had to get home early. Her mom would always be very aggressive if she got home late just by 5 minutes. When she arrives at her house, she noticed that the front door was opened slightly.
"Mom, I'm home. Mom?"
There wasn't a response, so she thought that her mom had something important to do. She did her homework and everything that she needed to do. Hours passed by and her mother still hasn't arrived. Midnight passed and no arrival. That is when Emily heard creaks. She stepped outside of her bedroom and saw her mom struggling to walk. Emily ran up to her and decided to help her out, only to get pushed away. But she did notice that her mother reeked of alcohol.
Get off of me. You're useless as always.
"But Mom, I just wanted to help you. That's all."
Just shut up already. No wonder why my husband left us in the first place. Having to deal with such a whiny pig like you, I should have gave you up a long time ago.
"Mom, I'm just trying to help you. Why are you saying hurtful things?"
You stole my man. You slept with him.
"Mom, that's not true.
You stole him from me.
He raped me." "Why don't you believe me every time I tell you that?"
You were such a filthy whore. You sleep with men and you don't care about anyone's feelings. You disgust me so much. I wish I never had you. I wish you were never born. Get out of my sight.
As her mother walked away, Emily just cried and went into her room. Now the memories came flooding back from years ago. The moment she first saw the new man of her mother's life, she had a bad feeling about him. He would keep glancing at her, looking at her and even stare at her. Until one night when she was sleeping, he crept under her bed. She asked him multiple times what he was doing.
"What are you doing?"
"Just shut up and don't say anything." This continued for 3 years, and Emily was now 17 years old. Just by remembering her mother's words made her feel rejected, vulnerable and abandoned. He left a few months ago saying the relationship with her mother wasn't worth it. The last thing he said to Emily was, "Keep your mouth shut. If you don't, nobody is ever gonna believe you." When she began to repeat what her mother said, she felt very upset and lonely. She just hoped one day someone will believe her and save her from the misery she's being put through. As she cried throughout the night, she eventually slept. The next day at school, the same thing happened to Emily. Being bullied and worst of all, being gossiped over many times, saying she has slept with many people. Emily had no idea on how this started. Not once had she told anyone about the incident, because she had so many trust issues. The next school days were the same, but got even worse. Even at home too, getting pushed around, getting called names, being told she was a disappointment and that she was better off being dead. This deadly cycle continued for days and even weeks until Emily finally snapped. One day Emily did not go to school. Her mother wasn't home ever since the night before, so she clearly didn't care about her. At some time around the evening, her mother came back all reeking of alcohol, but she was furious at Emily. She went inside the house and stomped until she reached Emily's door. Her mother banged on the door many times and shouted her name.
Emily. Emily.
But there was no response.
Emily. Emily. Why didn't you go to school today? Emily. Emily.
She continued to bang on the door, and she still got no response. She grabbed a screwdriver to open the door and she got in. The moment she entered into the room, she dropped the screwdriver and gasped. What she saw was never going to leave her memories. She saw Emily's body hanged into a rope, and the rope was tied up on the ceiling. She began to tear up and started to get worried. She soon noticed a piece of paper on the floor. Her mother picked it up and realized it was a letter for her. The letter read,
"Dear Mom, I'm sorry I was such a disappointment. You were right, I should have never been born. No matter what I do, you will always be disappointed in me. I wasn't lying when I said that your husband raped me. Maybe I was the reason your husband left, maybe I am a disappointment, maybe I really shouldn't have been born. But I still want you to know that no matter what you do or say to me, I will still love you. Even in death. Your only daughter, Emily."
If you know someone with depression or any other mental health issues, please help them or call 1-800-273-8255 for the hotline of suicide prevention. Many people kill themselves due to depression, so please help someone with depression be someone who helps them, not someone who causes it. Thank you for watching.